Good morning. My name is Rachel, and I am the Thrifty Crocheter. My head is all crooked today. It still looks crooked, but whatever. All right. And today is Sunday, September the 7th, and this says a multiple of 3 stitches plus 2. And it's basically a 2-row repeat. 365 days of kindness. Riches of wisdom. My fruit is better than fine gold. What I yield surpasses choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness along the paths of justice, bestowing a rich inheritance on those who love me and making their treasures full. Proverbs 8:19 through 21. The lifestyle of the rich and famous has always been one of the most sought after. There is simply something in our human nature that draws us toward being the best or having the most. Fortunately for us, enduring wealth has nothing to do with our occupation and everything to do with our pursuit of wisdom. The book of Proverbs continually compares wisdom and understanding to precious metals and stones. This is because the value of wisdom goes well beyond material things. Prioritizing wise ways will result in rich relationships, prosperous decisions, and flourishing attitudes towards life. Let yourself soak in the gold of God's wisdom today, and let the generosity of your heart flow to practical generosity to others. Act of kindness. Leave your server a generous tip. Yes, whenever you go to a restaurant, always leave a tip for your waiter or waitress. They appreciate that because they kind of live on those. So, daily guideposts for grandmothers. A lot of times these waiter and waitresses, they tend to make more on their tips than they do on their actual check. So, just saying. September 7th. The eyes of all wait upon thee, and thou givest them their meat in due season. Psalm 145:15. Every time I spent a day with Grandma Ellen, she offered me a peppermint. She always had a plastic bag of them in her purse. Though I rarely ate them, it seemed as if every time we went to the store, she bought another package. If I asked her if she really needed more, she'd just add a bag to her cart and say, "Well, they're on sale." After Grandma Ellen died, I helped sort through some of her papers. I was working at Grandma's desk when I heard Mom groan. Turning to look, I saw her pull a plastic bag from Grandma's purse. "What in the world am I going to do with all these peppermints?" she asked. A few minutes later, I heard a louder groan. Several more bags of mints waited in a drawer. Oh my goodness. Mom had found Grandma's stockpile. "How am I going to get rid of them?" she asked. At church that Sunday, Mom had an idea. A lady sitting in the pew in a pew in front of us seemed to be having some trouble with a cough. So Mom tapped her gently on the shoulder and handed her a mint. The woman smiled and unwrapped the mint quietly. Soon her cough was soothed, but the wrapper's crinkling had caught the attention of a small child down the road. So Mom passed a peppermint that way too. The next week, Mom gave a mint to another coughing friend and 2 more children. After the service, several ladies enjoyed the mints with their coffee in the social hall. Mom left a handful in the Sunday school candy dish. A couple of months after Mom's, quote, ministry, unquote, began, we went grocery shopping, and as we approached the candy aisle, I asked Mom if she had given away most of Grandma's mints. She chuckled but didn't answer. Somehow, I wasn't surprised when I saw Mom reach for 2 bags of mints. She looked at me grinning and said, "Well, they're on sale." Father, thank you for Grandma's peppermints. Though I don't like to eat them, they're wonderful to share. I think your name is Kirsten, Kjerstin, Kirsten Williams. That's a neat story. That is a really, really neat story. The illustrated words of Jesus for women. Well, Jesus also had a lot of wisdom, so same thing. September 7. Treat others fairly. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Luke 6:37. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. That shouldn't be difficult. Unfortunately, it sometimes is. This command must be important because Jesus made this point a couple of times. It's important to treat other people the way you want to be treated. He said, by other people and by God. You want fair judgment, second chances, forgiveness? Then give those same things to others. Think about how you treat others because it matters. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, and I even highlighted this first paragraph that reads, treat other people the way you want to be treated. That shouldn't be difficult. Unfortunately, it sometimes is. See? Highlighted. Yes, you should always treat others the way you want to be treated. It's definitely true. This small swatch of yarn has been woven with prayers. As you hold this swatch in your hand, may you feel God's strength, love, and peace flow and know that He holds you in His hands. May God bless and comfort you in your time of need and give you peace. Amen. Love y'all. Bye.